Back again. And I made a boo-boo. I set everything up to do all the pages, the mats and photo mats and such like for inside. Recorded it all. And then went to play back and realised that I hadn't recorded anything. What's happened is, and it's happened before as well, so I figured out what happened before, is that I set my camera onto motion record. So it was recording, and then when I went, it was already recording, then when I went to press record, obviously I pressed stop. So I didn't record anything. So what I will do is I will go through how I did the cover, and then I will go through the sizes of the photo mats that I used on each page. So, okay, first with the cover, I suppose I would start with, I laid down, I chose my paper, and obviously I did explain about this bit as well, where I picked 2 pieces of card, and there are magnets sandwiched in between, and magnets on this bit here. So that was put on first. Then I chose my paper here, on the back as well. And then I decided this is a piece of Coordinations cardstock, and I used this here, the Sweet Paris embossing folder. Obviously it only goes up this high, which is why there's this bit of ribbon here, because this is the right way up. This half is upside down. So I embossed it here. Yeah, I embossed it and then I embossed it at the top separately. And the actual join was actually really good, but I decided to put a ribbon around anyway. And this was put through before I stuck it down. Oh, I should also add that this has been covered with Mod Podge. I love Mod Podge. So, and then I placed down the ribbon to cover up the joins, and I just picked some lace and put it together, and obviously the charms and everything, bits of odd lace and ribbon. Everything is from my stash, apart from the frame, which is from the collection. Oh, and the ribbons. The little stick pins are, I think they're Santoro. They're like little green. Oh, the oven's quite heavy at the moment. Little green stick pins there from the Santoro line. But all of this is from my stash. And I did actually decide to put the knob on as well. And I added a couple more charms. I actually took this came with the paper line. This came, I took this off the side and put a little crown on instead, and then found a key and decided to put those 2, tied a little bit of ribbon around, but anyway. Oh, and the leaves came from the flower collection that comes with the paper line. So that was really it. And what I did, I don't put the inside covers on until after I've done the cover, because all the roses, and I only picked roses, I didn't pick any other type of flowers, and also the handle here, there are holes right the way through the cover and as well as hot glue. So I put the holes in, put everything through, and then hot glue it all down. So I finished the covers. What I'll do, I'll only do obviously the 5 pages, because you know that the reverse 5 are exactly the same. And I put this little pearl keeps on coming off. It really annoyed me actually. Yeah, so what I did is I put a little magnet each side of the ribbon, and the ribbon goes right the way around. So that's the ribbon I decided to use. So, photo mats on the cover. I better get my bit here so I can measure it all. There are 2 photo mats, and most of them plain on the back. And I measured these at 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So 2 at 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then this one is 8 1/2. 8 1/2 by 6 1/4, and then I folded it in half. So that's the first pocket here, and this pocket is just a long tag, another booklet. As you can see, I haven't long done it, everything's still glued, and this is 6 1/4 by 5 3/4, and that's also scored and folded. Right, on the second page, the photo mats measure. This one measures 4 1/4 by 7. And I have real problems with this little one as well. It's really stiff. This one is 7 7/8 by 2 3/4 folded, and inside I left this one blank in, I didn't make a mat for that. This photo mat is 9 oh excuse me, 9 by 6 1/2 and folded at 4 1/2, scored at 4 1/2 inches and folded. All the tags in between are 7 1/2 by 7 1/2, and they're all different. They're all 7 1/2 by 7 1/2. Right, yeah. Right, photo mats for this page, which is page 2, and also page 9, 2 and 9. This one is 6 1/2 by 4 1/2. I'll leave that out for now. And inside the pockets is 7 by 7 3/4. Obviously this is all in inches because I only do inches. Yeah, 7 by 7 3/4, and the booklet is stuck. 10 inches by 7 3/4, and that's folded in half as well, and that's for the pockets on this side. And then the photo mat inside the tuck spot here on page 2 and 9 is 7 by 2 7/8. Right, sorry, had to turn off for a second. Right, on the third and eighth page, all 5 of the photo mats for here are 4 7/8 by 3 7/8, maybe slightly under 3 7/8, and I've just done those with the plain green. And for the long pocket, the photo mat is 6 1/2 by 2 3/4, and obviously I'm kind of glad that I mucked up on the recording, because you don't really want to see me putting all the decorative papers on, because you'll have your own way of wanting to do it. So just making sure I haven't missed out a page. I keep on missing out a page, so and it's that one there. Right, yeah, there aren't any other photo mats on that page. Right, so page 4, there are no photo mats in here. The photo mat for the large one at the front is 7 3/4 by 4 3/4, and inside I decided on a booklet again, and this one is 8, nearly 8 3/4. It's supposed to be 8 3/4. I think I had to cut this one down. 8 3/4 by 7 folded, so it remains 7 inches high, and you fold it the 8 3/4. And then the flap inside, I've left this side completely blank, and the flap inside is a 7 3/4 by 7-inch tag. Okay, this is the last page, because obviously after they're repeated. The tag in here is 7 inches by 2 3/4 inches. The tag here is 7 3/4 inches by 4.5, just over 4 5/8. I'll guess on that one. And inside, this is 7 3/4 by 7 3/4 inch, and this is 7 3/4 by 7 inches. So that's the size of the tags that I used on on each of them, and obviously they're just reversed from then on in. And a rough description on how I decorated the covers. Like I said, I'm not that keen on this album. Don't really like it. Yeah, and the decisions I made for like the closure on the inside bit here. It is a bit of a tight squeeze. I think if I made this album again, I would probably use 4 pages instead of 5. But I mean, it does close there, but of course with all this extra bulking, it's a tight squeeze, and I'd probably use a slightly thinner cardstock, because this is a really good cardstock. So yeah, that's the size of all the tags that you need if you want to do the same as me. Obviously, if not, do your own thing. Why not? So also I put in these the other day, but I haven't done the small 1/4 of an inch, and I've decided I'm going to leave all of that cream. I'm not going to put the extra paper, patterned paper, here. So tags, closure, cover, that's it, done. And I shall do a proper walkthrough and load that up next. But for now, that is the tag sizes that you need. I'm really sorry I mucked up with my camera and didn't record it like I was supposed to. So, never mind. At least I know now what I did wrong. Okay, bye for now, and hopefully you'll like the walkthrough.